everyone, this is Sarah from Champagne Moments Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a wirework butterfly using aluminium wire and copper thinner wire to wrap the body. To start with, you need a 14-inch piece of 1.5mm aluminium wire. In this case I've used pretty blue, but you can use whatever colour you want. You need to mark halfway down the length of the wire, so 7 inches, and fold in half with your round nose pliers. Next, you need a 30-inch piece of 0.4 copper wire, and in this case I'm using a gunmetal to wrap the body. Just quickly measure that up and cut. So we need to attach our wrapping wire to our framework. We do that by leaving a little bit of a tail at the end because it makes it easier to hold on, and then just wrap 3 or 4 times around the end of the frame where we've got the loop. And don't be frightened of the wire, you're not going to break it. Just make sure you've got a nice tension on there so you've got even loops at the end. There we go, and then just move those together. And this little tail here can now be snipped off. I use flush cutters because you get a nice clean cut. And you can go in with your flat nose pliers, just give it a little squidge to make sure the ends are down and there's no rough edges. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to wrap up to 3/4 of an inch to form the body. Now if you like, you can make a mark with a Sharpie or a marker pen, just so you know where you're wrapping up to. After you've made a few of these, you can sort of work it out by eye. Just mark a little mark on there. That will rub off, so don't worry, you won't have a nasty black line on your work when you're finished. You see? And then we're just going to wrap around the body, side by side. Working up the frame to the mark we've just made. Keep wrapping. And try and keep it so it is side by side. Now if you want a nice slim bodied butterfly, once you get up to your mark, if you wish, you can trim the wire off, and if that's the look you like, then in future you probably only need to cut 20 inches, maybe even slightly less than that, of wire. I like to have a body on my butterfly so it's a bit chunkier towards the top, so it looks more like a butterfly shape. So once we've got to the mark, go back down towards the middle. And this time you don't need to be quite as tight with your tension because we're trying to build up the body shape, and then wrap back up again towards the top, and building the body up by going backwards and forwards until basically you've used all the wire, and then just wrap it round at the end with your flat nose. Give it a little squidge again. Then you've got a little bit of a shaped body there. Can you see? So that's the first part of our butterfly done. Now we need to form the wings. Now some of you may have bail making pliers like these, which you can use, but if you don't, you can use a pen, which I'm sure all of us have at home somewhere. So the first thing we need to do is, using our flat nose pliers, move the wire out at 90-degree angle to start forming our wings. So if we use our pen, place the barrel of the pen above the wire, about an inch from the body, and then just wrap the wire round until it crosses over to make our first wing shape. There you go. And then twiddle it round and do exactly the same the other side. So place the pen in, wrap it round and make the second wing. Now we need to straighten these two pieces of wire up so that we can make our second wing. So what we do is we place our flat nose pliers at the base of where we've just made and fold the wire up, and do the same with the other one. Place the pliers in and fold the wire up. Because this is aluminium wire, it's nice and malleable, so it's very easy to work with. So there, we've formed our first two wings. Looks a bit like an alien at the moment. So now we need to make our second pair of wings, and do that in exactly the same way. So place our pen barrel on the piece of wire, like that, and then wrap the wire round and remove it, and the same on the other side. Place the pen barrel in, wrap it round, and remove. Now at the moment it probably needs a little bit of adjustment, but we can get to that in a moment before we wrap the actual thorax of the butterfly. Now we need to straighten these two tails upwards because they form the antennas of the butterfly. So again, we're going to place our flat nose pliers in the top here and just bend the wire out like that, and the same on the other side. Place the pliers in and bend it out. So there we are. You can see it's sort of looking a bit more like a butterfly now. So now at this time is when we can adjust things, so I like to sort of angle my bottom wings down slightly. So just bring those down and then push the ones at the top so they come in. So we're getting more of a shape. So now we've done that, we need another piece of 0.4mm copper wire to form the wrap on the body. So let's just cut that. So we're going to attach this wire around the base of the antenna. Again, leave a little tail and wrap it round about 3 times. Keep your tension so it's nice and tight again. And let's just wrap that in. Can you see? And then depending on which side you've started. If you're coming out from the right, this side, we're going to go diagonally across and wrap between these 2 points 6 times. So from here to here, and then swoop the wire round the body of the butterfly, and then 6 times from here to here. Sorry about the noise, my phone's going off. There's no escape. So we've created the first layer on the body. Now we need to bind the wings so that they don't pull apart. So we're going to go side to side across the body. So again, keep the tension nice and tight and just go through this point. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just finish off again by going across 1, 2 that way, bring it over the top, and then 1, 2 this side. Now you'll see I've got my 2 tail ends here. So what I want to do with those, can you see, is just feed those into the body and then flatten them down with my flat nose pliers so there's no rough edges. So I'm just going to do that. So I'm just feeding that in within the sort of basket weave we've done to make the body. And then the same with this one, just feed it in. And give it a squidge with the flat nose. And then do the thumb test. Rub your thumb over all the wire, making sure there's no pieces sticking out. There's nothing worse than having a bit of wire scratching on your skin, because it will irritate, and then if it's uncomfortable to wear, you won't wear it anymore. So there's the basis of our butterfly. Now at the moment his antennae are just a smidge too long for my liking, so I'm just going to take those down a bit with my flush nose cutters. Like that. Now you can leave it like that, or if you have a steel block or a hammer, you can flatten them down. I don't know if you can see on this one here, I've actually flattened the antennas down. I think that gives quite a nice look, like that. And I've also just hammered slightly around the curves of the wings, just to give it a little of extra strength with it being aluminium wire, and also it adds to the look. So I've got my hammer, and I'm literally just going to tap just to flatten on the ends. I don't want to hit it too hard, because obviously being a colour coated wire, if you hit too hard you can bruise it and take the colour coating off the wire. And there you have it, a really pretty and simple wirework butterfly, which you can just add a jump ring to and hang as a pendant, or if you like you could also wire a brooch back onto the back and make it into a little brooch. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and keep your eye out for more videos coming along soon. Bye.